Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing absolutely fine, and finally, the movie is out that we've all been waiting for. Deadpool and Wolverine spoiler-filled video, especially wearing the Deadpool T-shirt, and what a movie it was. अगर आपने अभी तक मूवी देखी नहीं है तो you can just skip this because I'm going to discuss what exactly happens in the movie and all. As far as I've counted, there are almost 15 to 16 cameos, and it is definitely going to lead to a different MCU than we have ever seen. So let's start with the video. So movie इस तरीके से start होती है right from where we picked up, like where we had kind of left off in the last movie. हमें पता है कि अभी sacred timeline and the TVA is kind of going to govern क्या exactly होता है इस entire MCU में, and basically Disney ने Fox के सारे rights ले लिए हैं. So अभी जो पुराने characters, पुराने movies थे, अभी सारे MCU में वापस आ सकते हैं. So the first, of course, the movie starts from Deadpool and his backstory. तो Deadpool की जो पूरी movie है, and उस movie में जो entire so X-Men and Fox is the another universe जो लोग ने probably universe number 10005 करके declare किया है, and ours is Earth 66 which is the main MCU sacred timeline. तो of course Deadpool का जो character है, it is from the other universe where the Logan from his universe is kind of died in the movie, if you remember. And वहाँ से there is this guy from the TVA whose name is Paradox, and he is the kind of person, he's the kind of the anti-villain who has his own plot. Basically he has this huge plan जो void हमने लोकी के सीजन में देखा था. It is the end of timeline where everything just gets thrown away. वहाँ पे Cassandra Nova करके एक character है who is the evil twin of Professor X, and she is going to be the main villain of this entire movie. तो इस movie में he just has because of the and like the every timeline में अगर आपने लोकी की मूवी देखी होगी तो every like और इवन डॉक्टर स्ट्रेंज के पूरे मूवी में हमने देखा था कि there is one main point जहाँ से if that doesn't happen the entire timeline might entirely die. तो जो हमारी X-Men की मूवी है like the X-Men की यूनिवर्स है, उसमें लोगन की डेथ is kind of considered as that paradox time, and उसके बाद the entire universe is literally going to collapse, and this is the main plot of the movie that Deadpool wants to save his own universe. वो करने के बाद he just comes to timeline, like he comes to the TVA trying to know how he can do that, and इसमें हमें देखने मिलता है he travels to different universe in order to find a different Logan जो उसके Logan को replace कर पाए, and we get to see Happy which where in the past. So this is the cameo number 1 which I noticed, which was Happy, जो हमें देखने मिला था कि he tried himself to recruit in Avengers but Happy just declined him. Second major cameo, which like not that major, but when he was trying to look after for different Logans, he tried like there was a Hulk appearance in the I'm not sure whether that was the same Hulk from any other universe, but there was a certain Hulk appearance. Next we have the major cameo, which was Henry Cavill's Wolverine, which was crazy and not at all expected, because at that point we were like just super thrilled to see him having those claws and that entire bulk and the body. So that was the kind of fifth cameo that I like, the third cameo and the fifth main character from the whole movie. उसके बाद we get to see that he finally finds Logan on a different universe, जिसके universe में उसकी back story ऐसी होती है कि he has kind of he kills rest all good and bad X-Men in his own universe, which was so bad, and he recruits him, and they kind of start doing and finding that main the main paradox so that he can save his own world. उसके बाद we just get to see that both of them are pruned and they go directly into the void, जहाँ पे उनकी मुलाकात होती है Casandra Nova, the evil twin of Professor X, and her main thing was she was never loved. And यहाँ पे हमें देखने मिलता है बहुत सारे cameos, बहुत ज़्यादा cameos. First जैसे ही वो वहाँ पे land होते हैं, we get to see Chris Evans, and he first मुझे लगा कि he was just a part of playing a Captain America who is a variant, but he is actually Fantastic Four का the Human Torch, and he is just playing that role of Storm. and he kind of is killed right away. There was a very comedy scene behind that, and once we get to see that, we get to see also a part of Cassandra Nova, that she was never loved, and because of that she always was happy to, you know, be the queen of the void. But Wolverine and Deadpool's main purpose is to get away from the void, and the only thing that they could do from the void is to kind of, you know, get her help to do that. And here is when we get to see a bunch of major cameos. So ek rehta hai, there is of course a face off between two different teams. One team is from Cassandra Nova's team of the other mutants. Like first we get to see Sabretooth, we get to see Pyro, we get to see Juggernaut, we get to see Azazel as well. And एक तरफ होती है Deadpool की टीम, जिसमें we get to see Elektra from Jennifer Garner. They have resurrected her character in sort of a way, which I'm sure we will definitely get to see in the other projects, probably in the Daredevil वाली series जो upcoming आ रही है. Also we get to see Blade. Finally he has made an appearance. इतने सालों से उसकी movie की just we've been thinking about whether he will get a movie or not, but we finally have his appearance as well. And there is an introduction of the Gambler. I really don't know whether he has made an appearance or not, but he definitely has some cool powers. And उसके बाद we also get to see the fourth cameo, which is in that others wali team, which is X-23, who was in Logan as Logan's child. And they kind of fight with respect to each other. And हमें देखने मिला है कि कैसेंड्रा नोवा के पास डॉक्टर स्ट्रेंज की एक लाइक डॉक्टर स्ट्रेंज की पूरी टीम में जैसे शी हैज़ वन रिंग वेयर शी कैन ओपन पोर्टल्स, एंड उसके हिसाब से शी कम्स फ्रॉम द वॉइड टू देयर लाइक जो डेडपूल वाली यूनिवर्स है उसमें वो लोग आ जाते हैं. एंड वहाँ पे जाके शी हैज़ the whole idea of technically bringing down the whole timeline. So उसके दिमाग में भी ये आ जाता है कि and the only reason she helped these two men to get back to their universe is because first they were going to kill her, because जो paradox है उसका एक pyro के साथ एक खुफिया प्लान रहता है जिसमें he wants to be the own leader, but वो fail हो जाता है. And Wolverine kind of pulls that good guy in him that he wants to save her life, because Charles would never have wanted him to kill her, and that is the only reason why she kind of helps them. But then of course her evil mind gets in the way and she tries to control everything, and she comes back in the Deadpool's universe and trying to control everything. And in order to do that she wants to get the control over the TVA, how in the way that she will get all the power and that entire timeline would be pruned, and she can literally do this to every other branch timeline, and at the end everything will just become a void. And ये उसका master plan होता है. So really didn't make so much of a sense, because and it definitely does not connect with respect to how Loki has ended, because he himself is the main timeline now. So I really was disappointed that they did not address the fact about Loki in this entire TVA wala thing, but I'll definitely they should definitely address that in certain point of time. And ये करते करते of course she is killed, and her main reason of her death was technically Deadpool and Wolverine का team up, and he just kind of happens to tell him one science theory, like if they kind of join their hands and try to do matter against antimatter, they will just try to absorb that power and she will die, which eventually happens. And that is it for the whole story recap. I hope this made sense, and if it didn't, I don't care. This was the whole thing which we were absolutely been waiting for, and this is the only movie which we get in this whole year. And at the end of the end of the movie, we of course have the final cameo from Hunter, and she just says that everything has gone, the other branch timelines, everything has gone exactly the way it happens in Loki, and there is a formation of a new timeline. So this is something which we've been hearing all the rumors about, that Marvel is trying to recreate and rewrite their own reality. So there are chances that they might knock off a few characters, they might knock off some flop movies probably, and they will rewrite their own timeline. So I'm really not sure how that would happen, and we would get to see that in Captain America most probably, because again that movie has we literally saw the trailer a few days ago, and it has addressed Tiamat, the Eternal, and the whole deviant thing. So let us see what happens there, but we definitely have some new thing which would be happening. And that is it for the quick reaction and recap of the Deadpool and Wolverine. Finally it is out. So do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. I'll meet you in the next video.